Now, the other day, myself, Shannon, and Mansui were sitting in front of our machines, looking at this woman wowing Britain's Got Talent. Yeah. And I was like, they don't know that I know her already. I've actually interviewed her on Metro. So, Shan, you need to sit down.
Yeah, you guys have got this. I just saw you. You're a beautiful singer. That's all I know. You guys have a friendship.
South African songstress Belinda Davis, born in Port Elizabeth, began performing professionally at the age of 14. She's never had vocal training and is blessed with a 4-octave vocal range, which allows her to sing any genre. In fact, she could sing about paint drying and still pull that off. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Belinda Davids.
Woo!
Hi guys,
Belinda.
how are you?
Hello,
Good. Hello. Good.
Now, for those that were seeing you for the first time on Britain's Got Talent, please give us a Belinda 101 for the uninitiated.
What is considered a Belinda 101? Where I'm from? You want to tell me? You want me to tell you my story?
You're at a bar. You see a young man that you might like.
Hello.
In 30 seconds, how would you introduce yourself to him? Okay, not at a bar, at a coffee shop.
I think being, okay, let's not, either way, coffee shop or bar.
Yes.
I would probably offer him a cup of coffee or a drink. And then I'll introduce myself.
And how would that intro go?
I would walk over.
Yes.
And I would say, you seem thirsty.
Yeah.
Would that get you? Would that totally get you? Either one of you, being guys, would that?
I'm not going to answer that. It sounds like a trap. And I would like to enjoy my Father's Day this Sunday.
Yeah, I'm still young, so I would fall for it, 100%.
Would you fall for it? Oh my God, I have no game. I'm currently single. I haven't been on a date in a very long time because I've been so busy. So,
in fact, I was going to say though, I mean, you have been busy already. So how does your being on Britain's Got Talent change your trajectory, if at all?
Well, I've been a tribute act for a long time. It's for years, as a matter of fact. When you do other artists' songs, you become a cover artist. You don't become the original artist that you want to be. And so I was doing other people's songs for a very long time. And all the while I was writing my own songs. So now I have a repertoire. I have my own repertoire. And
brilliant.
For me, it's time to step away and be myself. It's definitely time, don't you think? It's time for me to step away and release some albums and build my own show, the Belinda Davids show. So that's going to be a lot of work all by itself.
In fact, that was going to be my next question, though, that when you become a tribute act, you almost become that artist. So you've been Whitney Houston for the longest time. Did you ever become frustrated with the fact that there's more Whitney and less Belinda in your singing?
I mean, I've worked really hard to make the best out of the show. Yeah. And so, last year when I released my Christmas album, I wanted to, it was more a test for me to see if I can step away from it.
Sure.
And now that I am busy with my son, he's an amazing producer. And we are building a new repertoire. We're building a new, I'm building more material for myself, brand new material that's, that'll hopefully, that everyone will love. It's tricky because, I really need to find that thing that takes me completely away from the Whitney Houston show, the tribute act, the tribute artist. I have to now work on what I personally love and what I want to bring, in an album.
When you become a tribute artist and you kick ass the way you do the family get involved? Do they comment? Do they even know you're doing it? How does it work?
Oh, they all know that I'm doing it. They're not allowed to get involved.
Do they want to get involved?
Oh yeah, yeah, they do. They most definitely do. I mean, my sister, you know, I have two baby sisters, and they all think that they can do something in my career, but I won't allow them. I need for them to be my family. I need for them to be there when, you know, I want to take everything off, when I want to just release all of this makeup and hair and just be down. I need for them to be there for that. So stay away from my career.
On that chat, talking about family, when you were younger, did you kind of discover that you could sing and sing like Whitney almost accidentally? Or was your family involved in like, whoa, you're really good at this?
My family says they were involved. I was too young to even remember that, but I know I was so stuck on Whitney that every time I went outside, my neighbors wouldn't let me go anywhere without singing a Whitney song, to the point where they started calling me Whitney Houston in the street. Hey, Whitney, do us a song. You know what I mean? So that was, they you know, they all say that they had, you know, a piece of that, you know, when I was back there, you know, when I was very young, but it was hard. You know, I was young and I really wanted to sing like her, and I listened really hard, but you know, for me, when this show came along, it was definitely a full circle moment.
So what are the legalities of being a tribute artist? Do you need to get licensing permission that I'm going to sing someone's song, but I'm also going to make money off it? And for instance, would the Houston estates also get involved? Do they make money of it? Like, what are the legalities?
Of course, you have to, you know, take precautions. You have to make sure that, you know, when you do travel the world, when you do these big stages, when you go to Showtime Apollo, when you do BGT and you do the Whitney Houston song, you know, you have to make sure that you're sorted. Yes. Legally, you have to be sorted. You know, I can't really comment on whether they make money and we make money, or we make money together and all of that. That's, you know, that's my manager's side of things. All I know is everything is sorted when I go, when I travel the world, when I go to Denmark, when I do a Scandinavian tour or an American tour. I have to make sure that we are sorted, we are set.
Okay, so your job is to worry about your voice working.
The creative side, most definitely. You know, I have people, people that has to take care of everything else back there. And, you know, yes. I say that in a very sensitive manner, because I don't want people to think, oh my God, she's arrogant, she's got people. No, exactly. People, you know what I mean? You know, I have, any artist, any successful artist has a team, a crew that makes sure that things run smoothly. So, and I'm lucky in that regard.
In fact, that's how we got a hold of you. Our people spoke to your people. So you got to
have people. And they had to go through a lot of channels to get to this.
In terms of, you said you've got a good team that keeps things running smoothly. How smooth have things run since COVID-19? How does it affect you?
Everything was canceled. Let's just get down to that. I was on my American tour when I did the BGT thing. And we were supposed to go, and we were in America at that time. We were 3 months in America. So we had to go straight into Scandinavia, which was Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Sure. We had to go straight into that. 2 days being in Denmark, we had to cancel.
Wow.
We did one show in Aarhus, Denmark. They actually wanted to cut the show in half that first night because it was so crazy. And then the next day we left, they threw us out of the country.
Wow.
In fact, rather you leave when you left than be stranded there. People are still stranded in other countries.
I think I would probably end up stuck there if I didn't leave when I did.
Exactly. Why did you do Britain's Got Talent? It's out of interest.
It's time to move on.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. It's time to build my own show. It's time to take my level to the next career. It's time to show people that, you know, at the age that I am, that I can still do it. And I'm going to keep on doing it. You know, it's time to inspire little boys and little girls. It's, you know, that's what it's about. I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it 10 million times if I have to. The moment I walked onto that stage, it was not about me anymore. It was about who I represent. You know, do I represent little boys and little girls who want to do what I do? Do I represent my country? Do I represent people of color? You know, all goes along. So yeah.
Now we are slap bang in the middle of another wave of men continuing to have women under siege. What would you like to say to us, menfolk? Because I think often we're so quick to want to defend ourselves or to want to say, but I'm not like that, versus listening. What would you like to say to us?
I don't have anything to say. What I want to ask is, what is it? What is your train of thought to think that you can go up to a woman and rape us and murder us? Is it a thought of, I am your superior? Is it a thought of, I am better than you? I am stronger than you? What is your train of thought? What makes you think that you can do what you do? It is such a sad thing. It is such a sad, sad thing. It makes me so angry to think that this is happening. Why are we being killed? What is it? I have gone through, I have questioned it. For the past 2 weeks, I haven't really slept, not because, I've been busy with BGT, because of what's happening in America. And what people need to understand is, living in South Africa, I see all the countries, they're peacefully protesting, and I salute you for it. In South Africa, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Our people of color are being killed for no reason. I live in Cape Town. I'm currently at home. You go into Khayelitsha here, you can go and see there. It's terrible. It's terrible. Why is it happening? I get so angry. I get goosebumps because I get so mad. What is it? What I want to know is, why do you think that it's okay to go and kill people?
Sure.
And I think the killing aside, why do you think it's okay to just put your hand on someone?
Yes. What is it?
And I think the sooner we can solve for that as X, maybe the closer we'll get to a solution. Because we can't blame alcohol. There are nations that drink us under the table.
Come
and they're not killing women.
I have been to Russia. I have been to Ireland. Let me tell you something. Those people can drink you under the table. But when it comes to an argument, they walk away.
They don't kill people.
They walk away. They don't kill people. So don't tell me about your drugs. Don't tell me about your alcohol. Don't tell me about that. Don't tell me you can get so angry that you murder somebody. That's nonsense. Go see a therapist. You're sick.
Manswe is in the building. Hello, Miss Pout.
Hey, how are you doing? Hey, Belinda.
Good time.
Hi.
I am such a big fan of your show. When you go around the world, obviously I saw you when you came to SA, the Whitney Houston show.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal. What do you find has been the challenge with doing BGT as opposed to when you're doing a tour and you're alone on stage and you have to live up to such a big name as Whitney?
I've been doing the Whitney Houston show for 8 years. That's the difference between touring and getting used to any big stage, doing Whitney Houston, than going on a BGT stage and performing in front of Simon Cowell, who is immensely respected in the music industry. That's the difference. Don't get used to coming in front of these powerful people who has the potential to change your life. I don't get that all the time. I don't get that all the time. I've met some really amazing people in my life. I've met some powerful people in my life, but the moment I walked onto that stage, I said to Fresh earlier that, before I was on stage, before I went on, I said to myself, I did my prep thing. I was like, you can do this. Nervous, It's fine. You've done this before.
Yes, queen.
As a matter of fact, you did. You know what I mean? I was like, you've done this before. As a matter of fact, you did this 2 days ago. Please, you can do this. As soon as I stepped on that stage, everything changed. 20 years of rehearsals.
Sure.
8 years of performing on the biggest stages went out the door, because at that moment in time, I realized that it was not about me anymore.
We were shaking with you watching it. We were like,
yeah. Joe, what's funny, what we also said is with Whitney, sometimes we felt that she might scream annoyed or like just get there. But when you sing it so beautifully. I remember when we were watching it here. It was phenomenal.
In other words, Shannon feels you out Whitney at Wing Whitney. So.
You got my approval.
Oh, easy. That's too much. That's too much.
Shan.
Try.
Flatter will get you everywhere.
Hopefully.
When are we getting the new album, Belinda?
Well, guys, being in COVID-19, I'll tell you what, I'm busy working on some amazing stuff. My son is an amazing producer. I'm working on some stuff with him.
What's his name? What's his name?
Blake Davids.
Blake Davids.
He's got his mommy's name. And yeah. And we're working on stuff, and we're working really hard. And I think this is the perfect time to, build material and do new things. There's things to come before I get to that point. There's obligations that I need to fill, So everyone will know when it comes. I don't want to, I don't want to set a date. I don't want to say, oh, next year, January, it'll come out. I am waiting for a phone call from BGT, and let's cross our fingers that I get to go back.
You don't have to cross our fingers for that one. I think you're going back.
So you guys are on a production break then until after COVID-19. That's what it is right now, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I had a word with my Sangoma, and my Sangoma rolled her eyes and says, there's nothing she can do for you because you've done all the work already. So you got this.
Ow.
So you got this.
Ow. That's crazy.
Belinda, we are proud of you. You kick ass, and you're an inspiration not only to little girls, I think to little boys too, that the world is your stage. You just have to sing. You just have to live that, whichever it is, that's your dream. But you need to live it though, and you've done that.
Live it to the best of your ability. True to yourself.
It might take 20 years.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get here, but I got here.
Thank you so much, Belinda.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Belinda Davids is about to leave the building.
#Fresh on 947.
Weekdays 3 to 7 p.m.
947 loves you.